everybody. I'm here with Jill Anders, who is our wonderful parish nurse here in Whitley. And we are talking about the Fun Day that's coming up, Fun Day out the front on the 11th of July, 12 to 3. You can find out lots about it in the information below. But specifically, as you know, the reason it is a Fun Day out the front and not in Rabson's Rec is because of the COVID situation. And so I thought it would be fantastic for Jill, who many of you will know, to come and just give us some advice on how we can all stay safe. At this Fun Day, how we can really enjoy each other's company and stuff, but stay safe in terms of the virus. So, Jill, can you tell us what are the basics? What are we needing to achieve in terms of COVID safety during the Fun Day and any day really?
Okay. So, hello everybody. So the main thing is to enjoy the event and have fun, but also to remain safe. We all know the basics. Hand washing, one of the most important things you can do is frequent hand washing. If you can't hand wash, then always use a hand sanitizer. We know it's not practical to hand wash all the time. Social distancing. By the time the Fun Day has come around, it's probably going to be just a metre plus. So social distancing and wearing a mask. If you feel like you feel safe for wearing a mask and that's something that you want to do, then by all means wear a mask. No one is going to criticise you for wearing a mask, even if you're outside or in the open. So hand washing, social distancing, wearing a mask if that makes you feel safer.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. So we are inviting households to come out into, if they have a garden, to come into their front garden. If they have a balcony, to come out to their front balcony, and if they don't have any, just to open their windows and just be part of things through that way. So how about households? What advice do you have for households to keep safe during the Fun Day?
Okay, so if you're a household and you've got someone that's shielded in, so a vulnerable adult or child, then you can still join in, but just remember your shielding rules. So stay indoors, social distancing. You don't need to be out front to enjoy the fun. There's going to be a radio station to keep you connected. Like Claire says, you can go through your windows, wave, even stand at your door with the door open, that's fine. Yeah. But the important thing to remember is if you're shielding, you need to keep safe yourself. If you're symptomatic, so if you have symptoms of COVID, you can still join in, you won't be excluded. It's exactly the same, just remain inside. You can still open your door and keep back, or open your windows, but just don't go out to the front. For those of you who do go out into your gardens, as we all know, you will be able to socialise with another household. That's fine, but please remember your social distancing and your hand washing. The main aim is to have fun, but keep safe. We all know the rules. Hand washing, social distancing, and just being sensible. Risk assess yourselves. We're all sensible. We've all got common sense. Just make sure that what you're doing is safe for you and, importantly, safe for other people. And that's all you have to remember, really. Is this safe what I'm doing? Is it safe for me? And is it safe for the person that I'm interacting with? And I think if we remember that, then we can all have fun and be safe.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you, Jill. And it's good to remember this whole thing is about celebrating our community and enjoying being together as a community. And part of that is looking after each other, looking out for each other. And these are really important ways in which we can do that. So we've got the households and how they can participate. Now, we also have some teams. We've got some street hosts, so different people in their streets have put their hand up to say, I will gather my neighbours or get my neighbours involved, not gather them, but get my neighbours involved, and I'll make sure that everybody has everything that they need to participate fully. And then we've got various other people. We've got this radio station people. We've got others who are going around making connections between the radio station and others. And we've even got people who are going to be distributing cake as well. We can talk about that as well. So so for our teams, Jill, what would you say? These are going around and they're connecting with people in their streets, and some of them will be connecting between streets as well. Tell us a little bit about them.
Okay, so it will be the same. So social distancing, that's one of the main things we need to do, is social distancing. We know how it's carried through droplets, through people speaking. So social distancing, gloves, if they're given out items, so gloves, if those gloves come into contamination with somebody else, and you take those gloves off and you put new gloves on. We've got plenty of gloves, so don't be afraid to take off your gloves and put new ones on. Hand sanitizer in your pocket. Sometimes better than gloves. Gloves are known to spread germs. So me personally, if I was doing the coordinator of the streets, I would have my normal hands, and just every time I came into contact with someone, I would use hand sanitizer. In that way, we know there's no germs on our hands and we're not passing it from one to the other. It's just social distance. If you feel safer wearing a mask, wear a mask. And people that are in their households who are connecting with the coordinators, please don't get offended if the coordinator stands back or is at a distance. They're just trying to keep you safe and themselves safe. So it will be the same. So social distancing, that's one of the main things we need to do, is social distancing. We know how it's carried through droplets, through people speaking. So social distancing, gloves, if they're given out items, so gloves, if those gloves come into contamination with somebody else, and you take those gloves off and you put new gloves on. We've got plenty of gloves, so don't be afraid to take off your gloves and put new ones on. Hand sanitizer in your pocket. Sometimes better than gloves. Gloves are known to spread germs. So me personally, if I was doing the coordinator of the streets, I would have my normal hands, and just every time I came into contact with someone, I would use hand sanitizer. In that way, we know there's no germs on our hands and we're not passing it from one to the other. It's just social distance. If you feel safer wearing a mask, wear a mask. And people that are in their households who are connecting with the coordinators, please don't get offended if the coordinator stands back or is at a distance. They're just trying to keep you safe and themselves safe.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you. We've done a lot of stuff around food and things in the past at our fun days. This time we're keeping it simple. We've got a bunch of people who are baking cakes, and the team will gather those cakes, and we're going to have, as we're gathering those cakes, we're going to have our masks on and gloves on. We'll be cutting up the portions and stuff, and then we'll be going round to the streets and have a little pack for each household to have some cake if they would like some. Do you have anything else around food safety in terms of COVID?
I think what you're doing is perfectly fine. It's what cafes and takeaways are doing. They're wearing masks, aprons and gloves when they're preparing food, and it's exactly the same as you would get a takeaway. So if you're all concerned about the packaging it's in, then wipe it down with an antibacterial wipe, but it's no different to if you ordered a Domino's pizza. As long as you know the social distancing, you put it down, you walk away and let that person take it. I think that's the main thing, is the social distancing. Takeaways have been going for a few weeks now. There's been no recent reports to say it's been carried through takeaways or packaging. So I think that's perfectly safe to receive cakes and whatever.
Yeah. That's brilliant. Thank you, Jill. Is there anything else that you feel it would be important for people to know or remember, just to be able to engage in the fun day and but keep safe in terms of the virus as part of that? Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, sorry. I just think to remember that it is a fun day, so have fun. We all want to have fun. We all want to celebrate. Just risk assess yourselves and stay safe. COVID is very much present. We still have the virus and it's very much in circulation. But if we all stick to social distancing, washing our hands, then we should all remain safe. And that doesn't mean we have to stop having fun or meeting with our neighbours or connecting via the radio or indoors. It's just a case of just thinking before we act. Is this safe for me, and is it safe for the other people?
Yeah, that's brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Jill, and we will leave it there.
Okay.
Thank you for watching this video. Why don't you join us in building a life-giving, hope-filled culture by building each other up, helping each other grow, because quite simply, every single person, without exception, is of infinite value and worth. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe and click like on YouTube, to follow us on Facebook, and do leave your comments below as well. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you around. Bye.